The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Jesse Holley, Kurt Daniels, and Nate Newton.
What's going on? It's Friday! We made it through another week, man. I appreciate you all being here with us. That's a live look at the Tostitos Championship Plaza outside in front of the Ford Center. The Christmas extravaganza begins tonight. Yes, Chris? It starts tonight, so come out and check that out. The temperature is still cold. It's not Buffalo cold, and it's not Minnesota cold, but it's cold nonetheless. He is three-time Super Bowl champion Nate Newton. He is Emmy Award-winning senior editor Kurt Daniels. I am below-average Jesse Holley, a.k.a. Zaddy. And together, we are Hanging with the Boys.
Yes.
The sports talk equivalent of Braille.
Braille.
People feel us when we speak.
Speak.
And before we start the show, which is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings, we want to say congratulations. I'm Zaddy.
Yeah.
You sometimes Zaddy. But you're a grandpa.
I'm fatty.
You're a grandpa.
I'm fatty Zaddy.
Our brother, our guy.
Yeah, my son.
Nate Newton.
Yeah. Wow.
His son had a baby girl last night.
Oh.
Natalia. Is that kind of a play on Nate?
Yeah, it is, because my son believed that what his pops believed, that all firstborns should be after the father's name. Yes. Yes.
So Natalia Christine Newton was born last night at 11:59.
1 minute before the clock.
Midnight.
Yeah. Wow.
6 pounds, 15 ounces, 22 and a half inches.
I mean, I walked in the room this morning, man, and wow, bless her heart. But anyway, man, thank y'all guys, man. Thank everybody out there, man, and
congrats.
Thank you very much, man.
Zaddy?
No. Just call me Nate. When that baby get, like I told my son, don't worry about it. If she get about 2 years old, then she can cut makeup or whatever. But anyway, I got something to talk about. I got. I always have something to say.
I know you do.
Please let me get this out.
Right.
Please, we'll get back to Zaddy
Got some
Fatty
weight on
later.
your back again?
Oh, it's the weight on my back. I'm about to put my backpack on. I'm about to put the backpack on. And my only thing I have to say, fellas, is especially when you go on the road, Tennessee controlled the ball 32 minutes. That's all I have to say.
They probably ran the ball, huh?
Yeah, and that ain't it. Sometimes you just walk in and out of the huddle. Don't rush. Call a play that you believe in. Wait the 4 or 5 seconds, click off the clock. Help. If the defense is your strength, I'm beginning to believe what Jesse's saying. That's just a front. The offense is still the strength. The defense is your strength. Help them out. Yeah. But anyway, that's all I had to say. Go ahead on, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt. And we're going to take calls today. So if you're, hey, Pastor, you won't get me today.
I
won't get me today.
A lot of
Pastor.
show left.
You won't get me today. You won't get me today. But if you're going to call in 888-855-2297, 888-855-2297. And, for this defense to be what it needs to be, of course, you're going, as I look at this Cowboys media guide, did you write this to Kurt? Were you a part of this?
No, it's a PR thing.
Oh, it's a PR thing? Yeah. And I look at part of this thing, and it shows that it's Micah, Trayvon, and Tank. 2 out of the 3 of those people in that picture are dealing with something. I think Micah is dealing with something. And yesterday, Tank, who has been the best defensive run player on that defensive line, he came out and said that he's dealing with both feet one which he's already had surgically repaired when he missed time last year, and a knee. Yeah. He says he's going to play, but how much does that concern you when you hear a guy come out publicly? And now, to me, it makes the Takk McKinley signing gives me all the information that I need, that this is a possibility that a guy who was hurting, who was dealing with some things, that he may go down. He may not finish that game. It may be a situation where he has to miss some time. So how worried about you with Tank Lawrence and these injuries? And we got this game, and then we turn right around and play 4 days later on Thanksgiving. Is this something that concerns you for the intermediate? I'm sorry, for the immediate and for the future? Kurt?
Go on, Kurt.
Yeah, I think it's a concern, especially with the quick turnaround. I mean, are you going to get him for both games, one game, no games? You know, he's a big part of that defensive line, not just from the run standpoint, but just as a leadership standpoint. And so, yeah, I mean, for a team that's saying they're going to do all the right things this week and you know, turn it around or whatever, I mean, that's a guy you'd kind of count on.
Yeah. Nate?
Yeah, he's been sturdy this year. Tank has been real sturdy this year, and we need him. If you have to spot play him, do. But if you see where he's beat up, don't play him at all. I mean, I think we should have enough depth to cover this game here, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if he's that banged up, why play him? Why not let him rest?
I mean, let him rest. I mean, this is going to be one hell of a game with him, and it may just be a tad more difficult without him. But you know, and it's been my battle cry all week. Just do your job. Do your job, whether he's in there or not. Do your job.
So now, here begs the question. The Cowboys last year, with Zeke Elliott, didn't rest him when they probably should have rested him, probably could have rested him, and they didn't. And it kind of bit them in the butt later on down the line. You're now in this situation where you lose against Green Bay, who then went and lost last night to the Tennessee Titans. You talk about teams getting up for the Cowboys. Yeah. But now you're faced with this 3 games in 12 days. You've already got one down. You'll play another one this Sunday. And then you're going to play your NFC East division opponent in the Giants on Thanksgiving. Do the Cowboys say, you know what? We know that you're hurt. We know that you're banged up. And I know you say, Tank, that you can go. I know you say that you want to play. But what is the most important part of this stretch? Do you play him or you rest him for a game against Minnesota and then get him back for the Giants? Or you say, you know, we're going to play you tonight, pray all works out, play you Thursday, and then we have kind of a mini built-in bye because you won't play it, again till that next Sunday. What do you think is the thinking that's in the mind of what the front office and what Mike McCarthy and company are going to do, and Britt Brown and the trainers?
Yeah. My thing is this right here, and I started this 2 weeks ago because I believed it then, and every game you lose, it gets worse. You started out tied for second at first. You fell to second, tied at second. Now you totally in third by yourself. Mm-hmm. They're not allowed to look back, but you got a booster back there coming. Because they just got back young. They got back young, so that makes them better. So you got to decide as a coaching staff, as a training staff, and Tank, is every game now equally important? Because every one you lose takes you one step from not sniffing the playoffs.
That's a tricky thing because I think the Eagles are playing the Colts, right? Who aren't that good. The Giants, I think, are playing the Lions, who aren't that good. I think the Commanders are playing Houston. So, I mean, theirs are all pretty easily winnable games, you'd think. Whereas the Cowboys are facing Minnesota, so it's a tough balance because you don't want to fall further behind, but
you don't want to lose the player.
Yeah, you don't want to lose the player.
I believe this right here. Tank has to go to Jim Maurer and Brett Brown and sit down and say, hey man, what truly is my options here? And the one thing I like about Jim Brown, I'm putting them together. Jim Maurer.
Jim Maurer wish he was Jim Brown.
Yeah, and Brett is they're gonna square it up with you. They're gonna tell you where it's sitting, how it is, and then make a decision, Tank. And that's how I would look at it. Because I don't. We know none of us buy it. This game is more important than the other game. But fellas, unless Philadelphia fall off a bridge or unless some freight train hit New York, this thing ain't turning out good for us. It's not turning out good. And that's just in the East. We all have found, I listen to every show. Yeah, I just don't think Minnesota is as good as they think they is. And I'm saying to myself, your coach just said y'all lost the game that y'all should have found a way to win. Guess who just won the game and found a way to win the game this past week?
Against a top team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jesse, you posed the question. Now, sir, with your army green on and your infantry green.
I'm battle ready.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Bring it to us, Jesse. Bring it to us.
That's why I'm going to switch the question. Go to the offensive side of the ball. The Cowboys get Ezekiel Elliott back. He's on pace to play this week. Jerry has said it in his weekly radio interview, and Zeke has talked about it. But Zach Martin came out, and when there's certain people, there's certain players on teams, and we've all been a part of those that just talk the talk. And there's some that talk and that's their deal, right?
Right.
Like you had, Michael Irvin, right? Mike gonna talk, Charles gonna talk,
right?
But then there was those certain people that when they spoke, it kind of was like, when they speak,
yes.
And not only when they speak, it's like this ain't just somebody speaking who ain't got no game. So Zach Martin comes out, and I think he's the guy for the Cowboys that when he comes out and speaks, it's like, oh, hold on, y'all, let's. Zach speaking. Let's listen to what he got to say. And he said that he hoped that his team's identity is toughness. That this football team, and we always ask this question in the preseason and in training camp and in the beginning of the year, what is your identity? Yeah. And Zach Martin has come out and he says, I hope that this, I hope that this team's identity is toughness. And he thinks with the return of Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield that they can kind of get back to that, and that'll help out. And Kurt, you hit on to where I was going. He said, I hope. Not we are, not definitively this is what we do, this is how we get down, but I hope. Mm-hmm. The running game didn't fall off with Zeke not in the lineup. No. It was moving right ahead, over 100 yards, 5+ yards a carry. It was functioning and flowing pretty smoothly. But does Zeke mean that much to the team's mental part of, okay, he's back now, we can be tough? Is it an approach that this team is taking?
I would hope not. I would hope they'd go out there and be tough no matter what. Or like we talked some yesterday about, did the defense take a breather once Dak came back, thinking they didn't have to hold guys under 20. But I don't know, you guys were players. Did you have a feeling that, like, when a guy was like, if Michael Irvin was out of the lineup and he came back in, or Des Bryant was out of the line, did it provide a mental uplift to the whole team?
For me, yes. And I'll give you a prime example. Without Emmett, we was 0-2. With Emmett, we started winning. And we were tough, we were ready, and we were physical. And
but you weren't without him?
Yeah. The record showed it. I'll just show you I'm giving you, and see, it's hard to explain with 11 guys on each side of the ball, who is that guy? And I just got so many examples of, we were a physical team one year, but when Eric Williams came, we turned into something else. We were feared because Eric was going to set the tempo. And we were feared, man. And one guy, if you believe in your heart that you got that guy, and it gives you that nudge in the back to just go a little bit harder, so be it, man. So be it. The Cowboys are in a situation. This is a unique situation. You got three teams. The last time I had to deal with that, I was playing. Well, you had 3 teams in the same division got a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know.
Did your guys? Did you all have a player kind of like Marion Barber, maybe, or somebody like that that could kind of, or not so much?
I would say not offensively. It was playing with DeMarcus Ware. Whenever he was in the lineup or not in the lineup, I think that mattered.
Yeah.
That mattered some, but. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Zach Martin said he hopes.
Remember Sean?
Sean Lee?
Sean Lee, remember? I mean, it didn't affect the whole team, but it affected our defense.
It did. It did, absolutely. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll open up the phone lines, 888-855-2297, 888.
And we ain't talking about the last game, y'all.
2297. We're talking about Minnesota.
So, yes.
We're trying to get as many calls as we possibly can, so be brief with your calls. And, I'm Jesse. It's Nate. It's Kurt. We're hanging with the boys. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Hey Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys on this Freaky Friday as we get you all set and ready to go for the Cowboys taking on the Minnesota Vikings. They go on the road to Minnesota at 3:25 this Sunday. We get you we're going to give our picks. We're going to give our keys to the games in our third segment. But right now, we're going to open up our phone lines. We want to hear from you. We're not talking about Green Bay.
No, we're not.
Even though you might bring up a situation where Green Bay lost last night to the Tennessee Titans.
See that? Don't ask your fans to do that and you don't stick to your own rules.
I'm talking about our game. I'm talking about our game. Our game. But the Cowboys are this is a big game. This is a big, to me, this is a very big game for the Cowboys.
Huge, man. This is huge.
Like this
back
to back, this can have a snowball effect. And, funny stat is the Cowboys have never given up two back-to-back 200-yard rushers until the past two games.
Oh, wow.
And it seems like this, I don't know what it is. It seems like when the Cowboys, it's like in the past we've always dealt with that. Whenever the team is ailing or needs to find their rhythm, they seem to come to the Cowboys and find a rhythm. And it's like now we're suffering and we're having trouble stopping the run. And literally we play a good run team last week, a really good run team this week, and a really good run team on Thursday. And it's like every time we're trying to find who we are, our deficiencies show up in a major way, and then followed by that, we find teams that we have to play on our schedule who are really good at what we are really bad at. And, this is another example of being able to overcome adversity. And this is, I'm sure Troy Vincent was looking at our schedule and was like, yo, they're going to have trouble in the run game. So we're going to schedule all these good running teams on. I know Troy was sitting back there doing that this offseason. But let's go to the phones and see what we got. Chris, who we got in the phones?
We've got James in New York.
James in NYC. I hope you're not like in Western New York where all that snow is at.
No, we're in Long Island right now, so we're good over here. It's just a little cold, but no snow.
Gotcha. What's going on, brother?
I just wanted to kind of chime in. I was kind of thinking about the game, as far as a whole, and obviously it's a big game. But, I look at, Dak Prescott. I mean, if you look at his career, he gets a lot of the blame a lot, but also which unfairly, I think thrown in his direction. But ever since, after the injury, they paid him anyway, right? And you're paying this guy to make some big-time plays. And when I think of games like this game coming up, you need him to, have that type of game that he can carry and kind of cure some of the ills that's going on, especially on defense in the run game. And I'm just waiting for his team to unleash him, and not just throwing the ball, but running the ball. I mean, you already paid him, and the injury's got to be like, hey, what's the difference? Coming off the injury, he's not ready to go, and really, why did you pay him all that money to be like that Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes type quarterback? Because he's getting paid like those guys, but he is not making those same big plays like them.
Appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much. Anyone want to take a shot at this first? You want me to go?
As long as you be quick, where we can get to them, let's go.
I'll just say this. When they paid Dak Prescott, it was paying him what the market had said to pay him, right? And no agent was going to allow you to pay his top quarterback less than that. You look at the quarterbacks now; he's kind of like at the bottom of the pack of the really good quarterbacks and what they're getting paid. But for Dak, it's more so of a mental thing, I think. It's not all physical. I think mentally he doesn't want to be that runner, anymore. And again, you want to compare him to Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. That's a level that he's not at. He'll never be those guys. He'll never be Patrick Mahomes. He'll never be Josh Allen. That's that elite category of quarterbacking that we talk about. And I said that Dak is in that second tier. So, and for the quarterback, at the end of the day, they get all the glory. They get all the girls. They get all the endorsements. They get all of the front run. They get everything. So what comes with that, I said the other day, heavy is the head that wears the crown. So when you're the starting quarterback of a franchise, you're on all the tickets, you get to go all the events, you're on all the commercials. So you have to hold some of that weight as well. You have to hold the weight when things aren't going well, because in this league, they look to quarterbacks to kind of rectify and fix, whether it's offensively or defensively, they look for you to find a way to do it. So that's no different in Green Bay, it's no different in Buffalo, it's no different in Kansas City, any of those other places. It's all going to come back to the quarterback because you get the biggest paycheck, you get the most credit when things go right. So inevitably, you're going to take some of that blame when things go wrong.
Did you see that article this morning in the morning news? David Moore did.
I didn't.
Yeah, he's in the last year, that overtime win at the Patriots was like, he called that Dak's last kind of signature win. And since then, the last 14 games since then, they're 8-6, and he's had, I think it is 8 games with a passer rating under 80. Previously 43 games, he had 8 games with a passer rating under 80. So, the question David Moore was raising is, what's going on here,
The league will catch up to you real fast. If you're not growing and raising your game, the league will catch up to you, man. Teams will catch up to you. There's a lot more film on you, and you got to figure this thing out. All right, let's head back to the phones. Chris, who you got?
I've got our boy Anthony in Miami.
Anthony in Miami. What's going on, brother? You were wrong about last week, but I'm glad you called back.
Yeah, man. I just said you can't let Rodgers do what he do. I didn't want us to lose, but that was that. So I'm going this week with my word, like I gave that moxie word on the show. I used that word a couple years ago, moxie. We're going with another word. It's called discipline. The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. Y'all better tighten up. Y'all better get some discipline. I'd like to congratulate these dudes right here. Zach Martin, Brett Maher, Anger, Pollard, Elliott. Micah, D-Law, Trayvon, Curtis, Wilson, Goodwin, Gilford, Turpin. Thank you. Y'all guys did good. Keep it up.
What's
All
your,
right, guys.
what's your
Talk to y'all
prediction?
next time.
What's your prediction? No, you can't get out of there without getting a prediction.
Oh man, I'm going 31-30 Dallas, man. They let a dude that ain't a Hall of Famer this year. He's pure garbage. They made me so mad, and I said it. Don't let that cat get him backed up in an alley like a cat and come out clawing and make other people better. He made 2 superstars in one night playing like we played, and I'm so mad at them, man. 31-30 Cowboys, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate you.
Y'all, man.
Thank you.
Anthony was a little down there, it sounded like.
He didn't sound as confident this week as he did last week. Chris, you got somebody else for us?
Yeah, I do have someone else for you, and I can't find my
Church music. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. See, I knew Pastor wasn't gonna let me down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm not gonna let you down. What's good, fellas?
We're good, brother. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, Nate. Congratulations, Grandpa.
Thank you, sir.
Here's my word for you. My word on Sunday is a part 2 word. It's called dealing with the disappointment of defeat.
Will you repeat that again, Pastor?
Dealing with the disappointment of defeat.
Wow.
We lost last week, right?
Yes, sir.
We disappointed.
Yes, sir.
Here are my points.
Right.
It's okay to not be okay. Because you got to deal with what you got to deal with. And sometimes you don't feel good.
That's right.
Can't blame God.
That's right.
Because that's what Joshua started to do when they failed at AI.
That's right.
But you got to do what God told him to do. The last thing he told him to do was get up off your face.
That's right.
Because you got to go fight again. We got a chance to go fight again Sunday. No more need to be disappointed. The only way you deal with disappointment is to get up and go again. That's where we are this Sunday. We got to go in true wisdom and not Keller more wisdom. If we go in our wisdom, we win this game, man. Zeke is back. Let's run that ball. Tennessee gave us the formula. They gave us the formula to win. Last night when they played Green Bay, we just got to run that formula,
32 minutes.
What's your prediction, Pastor?
My prediction is that we win. My prediction is a win, but it's going to be like a 24 to 17.
Okay, 1-score game.
We just got to keep pounding, get them to load that box, take our shots, but just be smart, man, and we can do it because we have a tendency to do real good in that building.
All right. I appreciate you, Pastor.
That's what we are, man.
All right, brother. I appreciate you, man. That's a good word right there.
The problem is they don't listen to us. They listen to Kellen Moore.
They do. Absolutely. And the Minnesota, they won, I think 6 of their 8 wins are 1-score games. So
close ones.
They've won a lot of close games.
It just makes me mad, man, that I'm not a smarter offensive-minded guy. And it's just something about me being so simple thinking that I think we have to have complicated games and schemes. But what's wrong with trying to get 32 minutes of time of possession? What's that?
I honestly, Nate, I don't think this team is built that way. This team, when you look at the core of what
so
this
you
team,
built to lose.
No, I don't know if you're built to lose. I think this team, with this offensive coordinator, this quarterback, and the way it's been constructed, is to do very similar, not in the results, what you saw in Green Bay. They want to be more. They want to be high octane. They want to pass the ball. They want to be balanced, but they're not looking to slow this thing down. They're looking to create tempo. They're looking to speed this thing up at times. They're looking to get out there and become the attacker. And
so every time we play Green Bay, they have at least had 29 minutes of time of possession. I'm with that. I'm Cadillac, baby, Ferrari. But you got to understand the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And check. A lot of games, they be even or they have time of possession. So if we're going to be like Green Bay, more power to you. Guess what? Green Bay just thumped us last week, even though we're not supposed to be talking about it. And they had 32 minutes time of possession. Jesse, man, I'm telling you, man, go ahead on, bro.
No, we'll take a break.
Man,
We'll come back for our third segment. And we'll give
computer, who your people you call.
We'll give our
this guy.
We'll give our predictions. We'll give our keys to the games. We'll give our predictions and scores.
You know my key to the game.
I know. Time of possession. I got you at 1 point. I got you. So that leaves room for some more callers then. So we'll take some callers since we already know what Nate's prediction is. 888-855-2297. This is Hangin' with the Boys. We'll be right back.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to this final show of the week. We call it Freaky Friday. Hanging with the Boys, Kurt Daniels, Nate Newton, Jesse Holly. As we give you all of our thoughts and ideas and our studies and everything that we looked at throughout this week for the Cowboys and Vikings game. We try to give you the formula. We try to give you the best news and notes that we possibly can so that when you go into this game, you say, you know, I watched Hanging with the Boys and I learned a lot. And I feel a certain kind of way going into to this game. And as the Cowboys are heading up to Minnesota, Dak Prescott last week in that football game against Green Bay threw the ball 46 times. And during the break, we were kind of going back and forth, and Nate has been on this time of possession thing for weeks now. Weeks. He's been coming in here, T-O-P. T-O-P.
Will help. Parsons.
And he's been on this for forever. And when you think about someone who's passing the ball 46 times in the game, you think a lot of times that you're either behind, and a lot of times you don't get that time of possession when you're throwing the ball that much. And it has not been a winning formula for the Cowboys and for Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott record when he throws the ball 40 plus times in a game is 6-14. When it's under 30 times, it's 30 and under. He's 20. I'm sorry. When he throws it 40 plus times, he's 6-14. When he throws it in the 30s, he's 21-7. When he throws it under 30 times, he's 24-4. But like I was saying to you in the last break, I think, and the numbers bear right there is that when you throw it under 30 times a game, that you have a better result in winning. Now, I don't know if that correlates to it being better time of possession or what, but anytime you get into that high number, which I just feel like Kellen Moore loves to be in that mid 30s and up. Yeah. He wants to be in that area because that's the kind of offense he wants to see, and it doesn't yield great results for the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. All right, Kurt, who you got for us on the phone?
You mean Chris?
I'm sorry, Chris. I'm looking at Kurt.
Yes,
yeah. I'm
just
sorry.
checking.
I'm sorry. Gary, all white guys look alike, right?
Exactly. Gary in New Mexico.
What's up, man?
Hey, guys. Y'all are exactly right. And that doesn't just a formula that worked for Dak Prescott. That was the same thing with Troy Aikman and Roger Staubach. You start winging it around 45, 50 times a game, you generally are not going to win. And Dak cannot carry a team if he's throwing it 35, 45 times a game. And that's why they lost at Green Bay. He threw it 46 times. He got picked off. When they had that ball 7-0, after they got that fumble, they should have ran it. Run the damn ball. It is not rocket science. You do that, you're going to have a better chance of winning.
What's your score and prediction? Well, okay. All right, cool. I guess the Cowboys win. We're going to assume.
Yeah, that wasn't me. He hung up.
Yeah. If they run the ball.
If they run the ball.
We got a question on the Twitter.
Okay.
From Jim in Ohio. He says, if you won the coin toss this week, what would you take the ball? The last 2 times the Cowboys have won the coin toss, they've taken the ball instead of deferring. They've promptly gone 3 and out. Most teams these days, especially with a defensive-oriented team, they defer because they're going to shut them down.
I look at every team as the 49ers now. Remember the 49ers, and we just gave the 49ers the ball first, and they just ended the game in the first series. You know what? At the end of the day, I needs me 30 minutes. Needs me 30 minutes.
One way or the other.
Yeah, man. Wow. Jess, what do you think, man?
Yeah,
Give us your.
I want the ball.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I want the rock. I want the rock. I want to be able to come out and the hope is to set the tone.
Yeah.
Right. I want to be able to go out there, set the tone, potentially either drive the ball down the field for 8, 9, 10 play drive, control the clock.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, I get at least 3 points, but I want to be able to come out and really say, all right, here's how we're going to do this today.
Right.
The Cowboys haven't started fast, early in this season. And that's a detriment to the team because you give teams who shouldn't have hope a little bit of hope. And now you find yourself in this back and forth battle. It seems like it takes them a little bit to kind of get going.
I'm going to ask you this question because I can't figure why everybody thinking we can just go up there and roll up on Minnesota because a lot of people thinking that. What is making people think that?
Kirk Cousins, maybe.
I think a lot of people are banking on Kirk Cousins having a bad game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a dumb strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what if he don't? Now what? Yeah. That's a dumb strategy.
Right.
Like that's a dumb Kirk Cousins due for a bad game. But what if you don't have one? Yeah. Now what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but do you get that feeling?
Yeah, I do.
Like, wow.
And when the caller was calling, he said something and it got me to thinking. Because it seems like when it comes to Tony Pollard, right? It's like 15 touches. Anything more than that, they like kind of almost shut him down.
Right.
You know? Mm-hmm. Why isn't the same thing or the same attitude given to Dak Prescott when you look at these numbers? Hey.
Yeah.
You can't go over 30.
Yeah, right.
Because when you go, you literally combust when you go over 30.
Yeah.
You combust. We're gonna keep you under 30. Like if you can implement those laws and rules for Tony Pollard and not allowing him to do something greater than 15, 20 touches, then I think you should have that same mentality and same enforcing the rules when it comes to Dak Prescott. Because as you see, when he gets past 30, it's the 40
39 is the key.
35 plus, he starts to go downhill. Yeah. So keep him in that 30 to 32 range.
Yeah.
And let him rock out right there. All right, Chris, who we got?
The last caller today would be Antoine in Maryland.
Y'all see how he set that up? Mm-hmm. The last caller. Jesse, don't take no more calls.
Right.
Go ahead, Antoine. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Jesse? What's up, Nate? Congratulations. Jesse, you just took my thunder, man.
Sorry.
Because I was about to say, I don't feel good about Sunday because of that same reason. It's like nothing has changed. The penalties haven't changed. We haven't been able to stop the run since 2018. And I'm not even talking about the playoff game. I'm talking about when we got ran up out of there by the Colts that year.
You remember that,
It started from there. I remember that. We got dogged. And it's like everybody knows, you know what I mean? If the Cowboys are this record and this record, if he throw the ball for 40 times, and what do? We go out there and we throw the ball 40 times. You know what I mean? If they run the ball this amount of time, they such and such and two, and we still don't do it. You know, the penalties are still a problem. It's just nothing has changed, and I don't see it getting fixed overnight. So I don't feel good about Sunday. I don't feel good about Thanksgiving, and I don't feel good about playing the Colts.
So what you gonna do the next 11, 12 days?
I'm going to be waiting on y'all. I'm going to be waiting on y'all to win. You know what I'm saying? And one last thing before I leave, man. Cowboys Nation, bro, we got to stop complaining about these refs, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
We should be put in a position where the referee going to determine the game. We got to end them when we get a chance.
Okay.
So that's all I got.
What's your prediction?
What's your prediction?
L. We're going to take an L. I'm sorry. We're going to take an L. We're going to take an L because
you should have seen Minneapolis Joe.
You know what I mean? Dalvin Cook is an elite back. You know what I mean?
Wow.
We definitely going to take an L if Anthony Brown not playing. We short. So.
All right, brother. I appreciate that, man.
Thank you
for the call.
Does sound like Anthony Brown is going to play. So
he going to play?
Well, he's passed 4 of the 5 concussion protocols, and it sounded like they expected him to.
And then I heard someone on another show said Anthony Brown looked everybody in their face say, "And if I don't feel good, I ain't playing." I'm like, "Oh, is Jefferson got anything to do with this?"
And you know,
that's my home, boy. You can play home, but if you hurt, you better not play.
That's a key because if you don't have Anthony Brown, you know the process of how you defend Justin Jefferson changes.
Yeah.
Because you know you would hope that you can man up with Diggs on him, but now if you're in your backup cornerback, you're gonna need help over there too. So you can't help Diggs and help the other corner too.
But the thing is, when Jefferson come to Diggs' side, you go one-on-one. He goes to the other side, and if it's Brown, you just give him a little help. Bro, because I'm so nervous because Thielen's.
But what you gonna do in the line? You said line up what if I line them up in a bunch on the same side?
If you line up, you got to play zone, and you got to drop back and come up and tackle somebody. Just hope it ain't 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 4 because that's an automatic first down. Bro, I on the show yesterday, somebody asked me, man, how do you stop them? And I said, before I thought about it, I said, you don't. How do you stop them? How do you stop their wide receivers? Match them up. And after the Diggs, Jefferson, match them up. Who you going to put on Thielen?
Yeah.
Who you going to put on Hawkinson?
Hawkinson, who?
Yeah.
Bro, play straight up.
Would you keep just a 4-man rush and drop everybody back, or would you try to go and put the pressure on?
If I'm Coach Quinn and the defensive line coach Leon Lett, these guys.
And Durden.
And I'm walking up to them, to each man before the game. It's on you. It's on you because we got to play 7. We got to play 7. Our front 7 has to stop the run. I don't care what you got to do. Gouge eyes, get some goobers, do whatever you got to do.
Get some goobers.
Yeah,
that's the gooch.
Yeah,
grab
do what you got to do.
Dang.
All right,
chop a throat. Do what you got to do.
We got to do what we got to do and get up out of here. But before we go, let's get your predictions, Kurt.
I'm not feeling good about this one. So.
He went to rubbing his head and everything.
That book bag got heavy over there, Kurt.
Oh, I'm not feeling good about it. Just.
You better mess up your credit score.
I'm hoping for a win. I hope they win, but I don't. I mean, we keep talking about Vikings and keep hearing they can't do it, but they won at Miami. They won at Buffalo. They beat, I don't know.
Your score, please.
Do I have to give it?
Yes, you do. Yes.
Oh, it'll be like 21-20 or something.
They'll lose 21-20?
Yeah.
Wow. You know mine, man. You know mine.
It's only half a point
By
this
enemies necessary, man.
What's the key to the game?
Oh, man, time of possession.
Can you give a score, Nate?
Yes, sir.
Can you give a score?
Yes, sir. Okay, if you get a safety, that's what?
2.
2.
2-2. I mean 2-3.
We win.
They gonna get a safety.
3-2. Okay, I'm gonna give that to Nick for the website.
Yeah, 3-2 from the
We gonna win that thing, man, by field goal.
Yeah.
Maher.
This team has given me no confidence that they're going to be able to come out and stop the run game. I'm not one. I'm from Missouri.
Right.
I'm by way of Jersey.
Right. You're from Missouri?
No, you got to show me.
Right.
I'm from the show me state. You got to show me. And so until this team who's given up 250 yards, 207 yards in back-to-back weeks, until they show me that they are committed to a man, because stopping the run is a pride man thing. You have to be willing to stick your nose in there and get physical. Gooch, eyes, feet, everything.
Goobers.
You got to be willing to get in there and stop the run. Be disciplined, be assignment sound, and everybody has to rally to the football. They haven't shown that in the last 2 weeks, and if they don't show it in this game, it's going to be an L. So until they prove it to me that they can against good running football team, I'm going to pick them to lose. And so I got Vikings winning 24-17.
Man.
We can't get 20 points.
24-17.
We can't get 20 points. I'm talking about the Cowboys. We can't get.
You said 3-2. At least I came closer to 20.
At least I won. We winning. We losing with you.
Hey.
Come on, man. Infantry, man.
Hey, listen.
Come on, infantry, man.
Hey, listen. I'm ready for war. I hope they ready for war. He's Nate Newton. It's Kurt Daniels, Chris Beam in the back. Audio Jazz. Thank you. Brother Willie, we appreciate you so much. And most importantly, we appreciate you. Thank you for joining us.
We thank you for the time of possession.
Hey, thank you for your time of possession. Absolutely. Thank you for your time of possession.
Yes, sir.
With us. I am Jesse Holly. This is Hanging with the
the
boys.
boys.
See you guys Monday. We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!